Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to show 3 projects that we're finishing up, getting them moved down the road. So I like getting stuff done. I do have a lot of stuff started like everybody else, but I try to get stuff done. First, I have a couple things to go through. Don't forget my sponsor, Zforce Modelworx. If you type in Rake 10, you get 10% off of all his products. And we're going to have some exciting news coming up shortly in a couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that. Don't forget you can see me on the Model Car Enthusiast podcast. Look for me there if you can't get enough of me there. And don't forget, I will be at Acme show. That is coming up. 100 years of Mopar and drag racing. Southern Nationals. If you're going to be going down to Cartersville, Georgia for this, look me up there. I'll be there. I'll have my shirt on so you can find me easily. And then also for our local show, I'm not a member anymore, but friends of mine are, and they're having the Charlotte Scale Modelers Region 12 contest show and vendors. It's War and Peace. It's Saturday, November 8th, 2005. It's at the Providence Baptist Church in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is an IPMS show, but they do have car categories there. So if you're in the Charlotte area of North Carolina and you want to go to the show, that is going to be on November 8th. So there you go. You can check that up. If you go to their website, you can get all their entry forms, categories, vendor info, and all that stuff for the rules. You can get that off of there. So hopefully I held that up long enough that you can see that. And also I wanted to let you know that I live in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and we're starting a new club, model car club, and we're calling ourselves CAMS. It's the Carolina Automotive Modelers Society. And we're going to be kind of loosely based out of the Rock Hill, South Carolina area. We currently have 5 people. We have the 4 original founding members, and we do have 5, but we're going to be meeting once. We were meeting like every 2 weeks when it was just a couple of us, but now we want to kind of be official. So probably around the first of the year, we're going to start maybe being serious on, having officers and all that stuff. So if you're interested and you're in our area, we're probably going to be meeting, and don't hold me to this, but I think we're going to be meeting like on the second Saturday of the month, something like that, once a month. We will have more details later, but if you are interested, just let me know, and we'll hook you up with us, give you some phone numbers and stuff, and so you can see when we're going to meet. So that's kind of cool. We've been working on this for a while, but we got our logos done, and we're just starting to kind of get organized. So we're working on that. So that's going to be it for announcements. Now, so the first thing we're going to look at, hold on, let me find my pointer. Of course, I even straightened up my area. Boy, you would think I would. There we go. I got him. So, of course, this was my high school buddy, Bob Shorb's Volkswagen that I gave him. And he just moved down to Texas. Well, he just moved down to Texas. A couple of years ago, he moved down to Texas. I guess that's over 5 years now. So the important thing about these 2 projects is I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm not totally tearing them apart and rebuilding them. We're just taking what we have and fixing it enough to put it back together, because I really don't want to ruin this, because this is something I did in 1974 or 74 probably. I think Bob was in college when I did this. So I just wanted to kind of kind of just reassemble it. So I had to be careful on. Now I did use some chrome pen on it. So I ended up putting. Let me show you what I put on here. I wanted to keep. These are like my old slot car tires from like my Revell slot car track. And so I didn't want to take them off. I wanted to keep them. And I never had them fitting in here right, so I hacked a little bit more away and got them to fit good. I needed a seat, so I put a new seat on the one side. One of the front buckets was missing. This door handle was missing, and I put a new door handle on it. And I also re-chromed them with chrome pen. I kept the original back bumper. I did add a chrome to it, and then I put a little Pennsylvania license plate on it, and I painted the red taillights. I don't know why I didn't even do that back then. The front, I was missing a wheel, so I had to get a wheel. And I put hubcaps on them this time. I don't know. I don't think Bob had his on there, but I put 2 hubcaps on the front. And then I wanted to keep, because I had this writing and stuff on here, because I called him a sloth and he called me a sloth. I actually chrome painted the headlight rings, or the headlights. I also chromed the parking lamps. And I actually took a good bumper and snapped this side of it off. And repaired this, and then re-chromed it with the pen. So I wanted to keep, I tried to keep as much of it original as possible. So, you know, I spent a couple hours on it, but nothing major. So I have it back together, and now I can put it on my shelf. And so now this is the earliest piece of what I have. And I tried not to, like I said, I tried not to reinvent the wheel on it. So that's done. So that's good. I got that. Whoops. Looks like I need a little, look there. I need a little black paint in there. Don't tell anybody. I will do that then. So then Tony's from T-Dawgs on YouTube. T-Dawg. Where's his little, I got his card. Where's his card at? Hold on. Let me find it. DawgsModelCars, which has got a cool card. Anyway, we last time we spotted it in, and I added, had to put headlights in for him. I have a bunch of these kits, so I put headlights in it. I touched up some things. I put the mirrors on it, and then Kelly Coons over at Model Car Archaeology sent me some 3D printed, and he doesn't remember where he got them at, some door handles. So I put door handles on there, compliments at Kelly. So he sent me some pretty ones over. So this is done. This is ready to go back to Tony. So that's 2 things we got done. And then of course we got the show coming up for Atlanta, and I got my shop van done, of course. Hold on a minute. So I got my shop van done. I got all the glass in. I had a Mr. Horsepower Woody decals. I did add half moon, or not half moons. They were cat eyes, I guess they called them back in the 50s. I made little covers for the headlights for them. I've got my mirrors all on now. Interior's done. I actually made a whip antenna, and I just took this wire and wrapped it around. I think I used a paintbrush handle, or I might have used no, I think I used some plastic tubing, just some small plastic tubing. And then I bent an L into that, and I don't know if you can see it or not. I actually took a piece of photo etch. Here we go. I actually have a little piece of photo etch. It's actually a hood pin mount. The bottom circular plate that goes on a hood pin for hoods. I took a photo etch. I had a hole in it, and that's what I used for my mount on that. And of course, I added my fake tennis ball. I drilled a little hole up here so I can put my antenna in it. But it actually, you know, it's spring loaded because of that little spring I made. So I got that done. Got the back all done. So I'm pretty much done. There might be a couple little things inside. We're gonna pull this apart because I have it that I'm not gonna mount the body on it, and I'll show you some of the things I put on the inside. But first thing I want to show you is what I did to it underneath. So I've added lights. So I got lights in it. I know you can't see it because I got all these other lights on. Let's turn some of these lights out so you can see it a little bit better. Whoops, don't want to do that. So you see them, I got them in the wheel wells. So they're little LED lights. They run off a 12-volt battery, which I'll show you. Got it all off of Amazon. But I'll show you how I built that and how I did that. But so I've added one. I wanted to have lights on it, so I added lights on it. This first. And I have a switch on it, a little switch underneath. So we're going to look at that. Turn some lights on now so we can see. And then we're going to dissect this thing. We're going to take it apart. So just hang on a minute. So my interior, I ordered some stuff from Iceman a while back, and he sent me this little laser cut box. I put a box in here, and I have some Value Gear resin boxes inside of that box. I've added a keg, a 3D printed keg. I don't remember where I got that. I got a little CB radio with I made a coil wire for it. I got one of my 8-ball shifters, a Moon 3D printed tachometer. I added some more license plates, and I got some Auto Modeler magazines and a milk crate. The hat's out of the new Blazer. And then what I did on the bottom, let me show you how this works. Hang on a minute. So I made a plate, and in the middle is my switch. There's a switch there, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this is stuck on here. I cut it out of sheet plastic, and then I put magnets on it. So I got magnets at the front and at the back. So I just have some magnets to hold that on there, because I just kind of filled in that void that we had there. And that just has 4 LED lights that I epoxied in. And then this is the switch right here that turns them on. And then this has a little 12-volt battery with a battery case on it. And I got them all on Amazon. I made little wire ties and tied them down. So the magnets, of course, are from K&J Magnetics. And they have them in many different sizes. So I have a bunch of those. Hang on, let me get my other information. So again, these are just off of Amazon. And this is what the name of the LED lights are. That's the company I bought them from. Likely One Way, I guess they call that. And they come in packs. Like I got them a couple different colors. Like these are white. And these are red. I got blue. And they actually already, I thought I had to put a, I just forgot the name of the, hold on. I thought I put these little resistors. I guess they're resistors. This is just my test. I thought I had to put these in, but then I noticed that on the wiring that I bought, or the lights that I bought, this particular one has the resistor already built into it. So I didn't need to solder all these in. They're already built into those. So then that made this a little bit easier. I didn't have to do all that. And I epoxied all that in there. And that's just sheet plastic. I just made it to fit right in here. So I just tuck it in the front, tuck it into the back. There it is. So I can still take it out, put a new battery in it, or do if I want to add more lights, or if I want to, a light burns out for some reason, I want to take them out. That makes it removable. So right now I have to be careful because that's removable, and then the wheels and tires and everything are removable from the body. Oh, I didn't show you. I had to show you my body. Hold on. I've added some stuff on the inside too. Hang on a minute. So I added some posters. Hold on. I added some posters on the back door. I added some posters on the front door. And I added some more posters. I might add some more yet. That's another reason I didn't want to put my body on, because I might still be adding some junk. But it's ready to go for the show. So it's good enough for the show. Like I said, I might add some other things later on, but I can add it to the show, take it to the show, and it's fun. I just got to remember to be careful when I pick it up. I've already dropped it once, so I'm sure I'll be dropping it again. Again, I just pop that in. Or some bumping, because that's what I do. So that worked out pretty good. Those magnets worked out nice. So if you're going to be in Atlanta, look for it. So that's going to be pretty much it for this one. So Wednesday, we'll probably do a video on getting ready for Atlanta, getting all my stuff together, what I go through to get together, go to that one, especially that one. That's going to be a big show. So I want to get that all organized and ready to go. And then hopefully next week we'll see how, you know how I am with these videos. We'll see what kind of disaster I can do with a camera at a show, a big show. I haven't had any success at that yet, so my last little show didn't turn out too bad, but we're going to make some tweaks to it, so we'll see how we do. But that's going to be it for today on the Arter Rake.